Originally only available at duty-free shops and airports, we're going to talk about the reintroduced new Invictus Aqua from 𝗵𝗂𝗵𝗏 2024 edition. If you guys want to know all about this one, how it compares to the long lost and missed 2016 release, guys, stick around. Let's get into it. Welcome back to another video. Max Forte here. If you do love to make a great and lasting impression, smelling good is a great way to do that. Today we're going to talk about a fragrance that is huge here in the fragrance community, which is the 𝗵𝗂𝗵𝗏 Invictus Aqua 2016 release. Many thought was one of the best designer releases over the years. Very crowd-pleasing, compliment-inducing, just one of those fragrances that you can just, pick up and go. You know you're going to smell great. I've actually went through a couple bottles of this over the years. It has been discontinued. It's hard to find. So we're going to find out today what is the deal with the newest or re-release, reintroduction of this fragrance, 𝗵𝗂𝗵𝗏 Invictus Aqua 2024 edition. Now here's the thing, here's the kicker. If you look on the actual box itself, it says travel retail exclusive. What does that mean? That means that you can only find this bottle for a long time, I want to say for about a month and a half now, or even 2 months plus, at airports, duty-free shops, were the only places where you could find this fragrance. That has changed. Now you can actually find this at the website, providing it's currently in stock. If you go to the website right now, the time I'm shooting this video, which I did a few minutes ago, it is out of stock. It's currently sold out. That's the kicker, that's the bummer, because if this is a great release, which we'll soon find out, it's going to be a problem that you're not going to be able to find it readily available as I would like. Hopefully that will change. It'll trickle into retail shops, department stores, and your favorite retailer or quote-unquote discount shop. But as of now, only exclusively available at the 𝗵𝗂𝗵𝗏 website itself or duty-free airport stores. So let's get into this one. Looking at the presentation here, the box itself, white with silver appointments. You have the wings, very similar to all the Aquas that came before this one. Of course, this is going to be the third iteration of the Aqua because you had the original 2016 that I just showed you. This is not a Taster bottle because the Tasters have the Aqua written right on the actual bottle. It is the frosty bottle, that just like you get with Aqua di Gio, the nice frosty bottle, which is a clear indication of a summery release. So this is the original Aqua 2016. There was a 2018 Aqua, which I don't currently own a bottle. I wasn't a big fan of that because that one was sweeter, greener. The violet green note was powdery. It went into a different direction, not what I liked and enjoyed so much from the vivacious and bright Aqua 2016 edition, which is the amazing brightness of the grapefruit with this marine and aquatic accord. Granted, you had a little bit of a violet leaf in there, but it wasn't, very powdery or overly sweet. It was just very nice, very bright, great for compliments, amazing, very inviting, playful, incredible for spring and summer. Now, fast forward to 2024, we have this one here. Let me crack it open. We already talked about the box. It is no longer 𝗵𝗂𝗵𝗏 as we know. It's now known as just Rabanne. They did away with the 𝗵𝗂 since the passing of 𝗵𝗂𝗵𝗏 himself. Looking at the actual bottle itself, the juice is going to be a little bit bluish in comparison to the OG one, which is a little bit bluish gray. You now have the R here on the sprayer atomizer that you didn't have with the original. Instead of 𝗵𝗂𝗵𝗏 in the back, now it just says Rabanne. You have Invictus written on the top of the actual trophy. Let's go for a tester sprayer here. I'm actually going to rock this today actually on skin, and then we're going to do a comparison with the OG to see how it compares. So sprayers are nice, always been nice. Okay, I'm going to actually spray my skin. Okay, so you know what? Let me do the OG on this arm. Okay, so from the first blast here, I have to be honest with you, they are very, very similar. This is like apples to apples. The only thing that I'm not getting with the new 2024 release that I used to get, well, I still get with the 2016 release, is that minty freshness that you got with your OG 2016 release. That mintiness, aquaticness that you get with the 2016 release is not really present here with the 2024 release. That changes things a little bit, but comparison side by side, it is quite similar. In fact, I want to say this is a little bit sweeter than the 2016 release, which is a lot fresher, but not a lot fresher, definitely fresher, and because of that minty note that you don't have here predominantly with this one, or not at all with the 2024. Other than that, I think as it starts to warm up with my body here, they are pretty much neck and neck, similar, apples to apple, which is a good thing for a lot of you out there that you were waiting for Rabanne to bring this back. You know, it's been quite a few years. The 2018 version was not what we wanted. It was, at least for me, it was not what I wanted, because I did miss this. At that point, if you really missed this fragrance, you know, 2016, when it was discontinued, you had to pay an arm and a leg if you found this used, or you would go with Legend Spirit a couple years later. I think it was released in 2017 or 18, which Legend Spirit is kind of similar to this one, but not quite. Or you would go with 𝗕𝗂 𝗂𝗏, which was the alternative to this fragrance, which after a few years has been heavily reformulated, and it's not as good in performance as this one was. 2018, completely different. So I'm happy to report that 2024 is quite similar. I want to say 90%, 95% similar, with the exception of the mintiness that you don't get with the 2024 release. By the way, I didn't talk about pricing. This is available. Again, granted, you have it in stock. The website right now is out of stock. When it does go back in stock, you're going to expect to find it in the 100 ml offering, just like you're seeing here in this video, and it retails for $120 USD. However, you can try it before you buy it. You already know at perfume.com, they have it in stock. You can try it, use my code MAX12. You can try this or any other new release or anything else you want to try for that matter. Designer, indie, niche. They have an incredible selection, you know, all things fragrance. So check them out. Use my code MAX12, get whatever you want. Live with the fragrance before you commit to a full bottle. You're gonna love them. Link below, enjoy. So going back to this one, when you look at the note breakdown between the two, you know, the 2024 and the 2016 release, there were a lot more notes with the 2016 release. With the 2024 release, even though they're only showing you grapefruit, C notes, and, you know, amber wood in the base, they are quite similar, as I said. I do think the mintiness of the OG made it a, I don't know, just more pleasant, if you will. I do enjoy the mintiness that you got with the original. However, that mintiness didn't stick around for long anyway. So, you know, for that 10-15 minute mark that you got the introduction with the mint, that's the only thing you're really not going to get with the 2024 reintroduction of this fragrance. So if you never knew that, you're not going to miss it at all. If you have a vintage bottle and you do, you know, compare it side by side, you're going to be bummed out a little bit that they removed or took away that minty, you know, refreshing opening that you had. You also don't have the yuzu note that was very sharp with the original, and now with this one here, with the 2024 release, it becomes a little bit more marine. The marine accord is definitely more predominant with this one, you know, rather than what you had with the 2016, which was actually woodier in the dry down. This one here is definitely going to remain more marine, a little bit sweeter than the OG, but not as bright citrus and minty as the OG was. But I think, like I said, you know, very comparable, very similar. So it is a good thing. It is good news. If you were really missing the 2016, this is a great alternative. Hopefully the performance will be great. Talking about performance a little bit here, I am thinking it's not going to be as great in performance as the OG was, but I think it's going to be decent. I think it's going to be, you know, average to, yeah, just about average to maybe slightly above average from what's out there today. You know, most fragrances are giving you about 5 to 6 hours on average. You know, the good performing fragrances are giving you 8+. So I'm thinking this one here will end in about 6.5 to 7 hours, give or take. Not as good, you know, with this one here, with the OG 2016 of Aqua, this stuff here lasted 8+ hours on my skin. If I sprayed my clothes, forget it. Amazing sillage. With this one, of course, I have to give it a full wearing, but I'm thinking it's going to be moderate to good, you know, average to slightly above average. But all things considered, not bad. $120 for a 100 ml. It's not too bad. If you want to go 𝗕𝗂, you can. Like I said, it's been heavily reformulated. I have a current bottle and I have a vintage bottle of that, and that was, the older formulation was really good. Spirit, I don't really like that fragrance. You know, Legend Spirit doesn't really do it for me. So I'm happy to have this one now available. And if you, like myself, missed the OG, the 2016, which I wore very gingerly because this is my last bottle, this is a definitely great one to have. You can even layer them if you still have the OG. But, you know, on its own, I think it's going to be a really good release. For those that never tried the OG, will really appreciate this one. If you do miss the OG, I think you're also going to be pleasantly surprised with this one. In fact, let me go for a full wearing here today. If you want to see a full, yeah, it smells good, man. It's very similar. Like I said, 90% plus similar to the OG. You don't have the mintiness that you had with the original, but that's about it. If you haven't already tried the new 2024 version of this fragrance, please sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts behind this one. Do you like it, love it, hate it, any given rate? Sound off in the comments. Let's start a little conversation. And of course, guys, if you appreciate the channel, keeping you guys in the know, everything will be listed below. If you guys want to pick up a full bottle, you can. If you want to get a decant, you can also get a decant and try it before you buy it. Thank you so much for your support. As always, guys, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the bell so you get these videos, new releases, top videos straight into your feed. And of course, I will see you right back here with another video very soon. Take care.